How you doing, pal?
I'm not doing well, buddy. I'm not doing well.
I know. I've been with you for over maybe close to 2 hours now, and it's been an uncomfortable experience, to say the least.
Folks, what a week, huh? Call your wife. Call your mom. Call your...
Doctor?
Hopefully, call your doctor. Get your blood pressure taken. Crying out loud. Golly, what a week. Me, I'm doing fine. Don't I seem it? Don't I seem fine?
You seem bad.
Yeah.
A lot of times I say that as a joke, but this time I genuinely mean it. You seem bad. I'm worried about you.
No, I'm totally fine. I'm not in financial ruin or anything. Truly, I'm not. But I am really angry, man. This Friday just really took it out of me. But it's okay. It's okay. You see, a couple weeks ago, right?
It is a very funny juxtaposition too. We were on Tuesday. You were saying, I'm really happy with my trading.
Really happy. I was very happy.
Yeah.
I was very happy at the start of the week.
It's hard to. The last time we were together was Tuesday. It's hard to see. It's hard to see this different Ben.
Yeah, because you see, folks, I was very long over the weekend, and I had a ton of call options on my Tesla. I had a ton of call options on a bunch of other things. Reddit, The Spy, all sorts of stuff. Monday was the biggest day I've had all year. I was sitting pretty. It was real good. I was eating lobster, steak. I'm ordering champagne for everybody.
A surf and turf, if you will.
A surf and turf, yeah. What a great name, huh?
Isn't that
it really
fun?
captures what it is. Because you got the lobster, which is the surf, and then you got the steak, which is the turf.
Is that not decadent? Is that not, who? A king, a surf and turf.
Yeah. They really nailed it. Yeah, I was eating steak and lobster.
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically speaking. But then...
Because we know he's got to watch the old ticker.
I got to watch the heart. Yeah.
So metaphorically eating lobster.
But I did the right thing, which is I was selling. I sold most of my call positions. I had a Michael strategy, excuse me. I had Tesla. I had all this stuff. Selling, ringing the register, man. Just ringing that thing. Just taking the cash out of the drawer. And then things started to take a turn in the rest of the week. We're gonna recap the week for you here. But it all culminated in today, which just has me absolutely fuming. Oh, God.
Before you get into it, can I shout out this one person, Slime Gum?
Sure.
Hey, guys, I just got into a master's program for quantitative finance. Y'all definitely played a role in my decision.
Cool.
That's nice. Congrats, Slime Glam.
Congratulations. That's really cool for you. I'm very happy for you. That's really good for you. So a couple weeks ago, we were on it was a Friday, and the SPX, it only had a couple hours to expiration, same day expiration. I decided to have a little bit of fun. I buy some call options, some same day expiration call options on the SPX, and I'm up a couple $1,000, so I sell them because we've got to come on and do a live stream. Sure enough, after the market closes, I go and look. I would have made about $40,000, $50,000. So I just absolutely am ticked off. You understand? Whereas I made a couple grand, would have been nice to make 40 or 50 grand. So going into
if you're not good with numbers, 40 or 50 is better than a couple.
It's bigger. Yeah, it's a bigger number.
If you're not well versed in finance, 40 or 50 is preferable to a couple.
So then, cut to today. I'm thinking, I could see that happening again. Everybody's looking at this bear flag on the charts. Everybody's thinking the same thing, which is that we're just going to collapse into the weekend. And I thought, I thought that a couple weeks ago, which is why I bought those calls same day. So I did the same thing today, and it didn't happen. So this time, as I'm just watching, it's just going, 55, 80, 55, and then dips into the 70s. And I absolutely blew my top. Thank you.
As if things couldn't get worse.
As if things couldn't get any
the Tabata goes off.
So I'm sitting here and I'm just going, golly. All that's to say, my really good day, all of that money that I made, gone. And then a little bit more of a loss on top of it.
Do you feel like Elon Musk now?
What, do I feel like a big crybaby and I'm going to go on TV and say, we got to find the people who did this to me?
No.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Post-election, all of his money made,
Oh, yeah.
gone.
I mean, I'm not destitute. I haven't undone. I'm basically in the same position I was last week. But I started the week going, golly, I'm in a great spot here. This is nice. Am I going to cry about it, though? Yeah. After the cameras stop rolling, you bet I'm going to cry about it. I'm gonna scream at people on the street and take it out on them. That's the emotionally healthy thing to do. That's why trading is fun. So let's get into the numbers, shall we? The Q's down 3.83% on the week. Oh, I will say I was saved.
Say it. Go ahead.
I bought about 50 grand worth of SPY puts expiring in April, mid-April, and then also September. So that was my one little fleck of a saving grace that I bought those puts. And without those, I definitely,
You'd be hurting.
I just want to go out and buy candy. Cause that's how I self-heal. You know?
Is that really candy?
Candy.
And do you think that's how you landed yourself in Lipitor land?
No, and I still don't have my Lipitor prescription. But
we
it's
can't
okay.
even get into that.
We're not gonna get into that. So the Qs are down 3.83% on the week. SPY's down a little over 2.5. Bidded coin is down 2.56%.
Can we go a little more? Why?
Yeah, can we drop a little more?
We flirted with the 70s. You know, when it touched 79, I got a little bit. Can we do a little more?
I'm
tired of this 80, 85.
Oh, you're tired of this? I'm tired of Donald Trump not shutting his effing mouth. Golly, sir, for the love of God, shut up. Stop with your nonsense, sir. I had a game plan going into this week. My game plan was to be long and strong and keep buying calls.
You know what Mike Tyson says?
I thought we were going to squeeze out to the 580s. No, I was wrong. What does Mike Tyson say?
Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. You got to do it like him. You got to do it him. That was my game plan, and then I was going to get short.
And then you got punched in the face.
And I got punched in the face. Absolutely rocked. And then I crapped my pants in front of everybody, and then I cried, and then my girlfriend broke up with me.
That was his plan? He was just going to shit himself?
He was just going to shit himself and then cry? Yeah,
no,
that was my
don't
plan.
hit me, I'll shit myself.
I'd like to think do you have a better plan? Are you equipped for this volatility? Jesus. Oh, anyway, Stocktwits. Stocktwits, folks, hosts a Sunday night stream with CMT Brian Shannon. He's a great guy. A lot better than me at this, probably. And he had some stuff to say about NVIDIA going into the week. So keep that in mind as we review this week. Let's see what he's got to say here.
Today to anchor. So I'd really like to see Tesla do this rally and then make a new purchase in here. That would be the ideal scenario for it. If you look at NVIDIA, I'm not thrilled about NVIDIA. I think I spoke about that over the weekend and said if we get stuck below this 5-day moving average in here and make a lower low, then NVIDIA could fall apart. And if NVIDIA falls apart, forget about the upside because it's going to take the NASDAQ with it. It's going to take the semiconductors with it. If the semiconductors go, then the NASDAQ goes, and most likely that'll spill over the S&P 500. So whether you're going to trade NVIDIA or not isn't the point. It's that important, of course, of a stock that you have to keep an eye on. And right now, as I've pointed out, the pattern is very clear that we have a pattern of lower highs and lower lows.
Lower highs and lower lows. All right, let's click out of this. Lower highs and lower lows. That's been the name of the game in the market leader, NVIDIA. Jensen Huang doesn't care, though. He's a billionaire. He's fine. He'll sleep well tonight. The 5-day moving average. I've been paying a lot more attention to that since Brian Shannon's called it out. Because as the best, most wealthy, handsomest trader out there, I gotta always keep improving my skills.
It's true.
You know?
And look at that. It can happen to the best, most handsome trader.
It can happen to anybody.
So it could happen to you.
It can happen to you. 1 minute you're on top of the world on Monday, and then by Friday you're screaming at a camera.
Because God has forsaken you.
Because God has forsaken me. Because I have faced him and walked backward into hell.
You tried to challenge God.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that was. See, that was the problem. Yeah, I flew too close to the sun and I singed my ass hairs. But you know who's having a phenomenal week? 2 people. Number 1, Trevor Milton.
Oh, I mean, phenomenal week is an understatement.
Holy God. I mean, he thought he was going to be going to prison for ages, but then Donald Trump really, man, my hair looks like a wig today. For those who don't remember, he's the guy who rolled his
We've definitely
Nikola.
covered extensively on our show, the Ben and Emil show.
Yeah.
Yes, the old... Which you got to give it to him.
That's a great trick.
I mean...
Who would have thought? Roll that shit down the hill.
Whoever was like in the meeting, I've got an idea.
Yeah, God, Johnson, the car doesn't, the truck doesn't work. It's too close to the deadline. We've got to make this truck work.
What
Sure.
if we put it on a hill?
A hill? Why, that's just crazy enough to work. And then Trevor Milton goes to prison. Man, yeah, screw that guy. Because I remember buying that piece of crap stock and thinking that it was, I fell for it. I'm not too ashamed to say it. I fell for it. Yeah, I was trading it in the 70s. And then the thing started to fall apart whenever I did see one. I saw a Nikola on the freeway the other day.
Really?
Yeah. Fully carrying a load, too.
Wow.
Yeah. They're out there, man. They're out there.
I didn't know that.
I wanted to crash right into it. I wanted to just crash.
I've got a message for Trevor.
Yeah, I got to send this to Trevor. And goddamn, he's immediately out there. Didn't change his look at all.
I was going to say, get new glasses.
Yeah, get new glasses, man.
2014 called. They want their glasses back.
Yeah. Oh, geez. He looks like that dingus on the MSNBC, the Chris something.
And he's got one of those black wedding rings.
Oh yeah, the cool guy black wedding ring.
Like,
I got
I'm
a cool.
actually outdoorsy. This
Yeah.
one doesn't.
I'm not gay. I'm not going to wear a gold or silver one. That's gay. So I'm going to wear a black one because that's cool. Good for him. I know. Yeah. Anyway, he's just talking about how grateful he is to Donald Trump that the government. This is something that right, left, and center can all agree on. That's a bullshit pardon. There's no. I don't understand. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Why? I don't understand. Haley Welch, by the way,
She's back.
Yeah, spit on that SEC investigation because they dropped it.
And she released a little. Did you see the video?
Oh, of her. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's having these bad dreams.
Yeah.
And then she's like, it's all over.
It's all over. Yeah. Good for you, Haley
I hope
Welch.
she does it again. I honestly hope she does it again.
That would
I
be
think
the
it'd be very
funniest
funny. And at that point, if you buy the coin, you deserve it. But she should do it again.
Do it right this time. Hey, I shouldn't complain. I did make a little money on fart coin. I bought that shit again.
You bought fart coin
I bought some
again.
fart coin. I bought it in the 20s, and then I flipped it in the 50s because I'm the best trader in the world. Anyway, a lot of people were thinking that this week was going to be a bull trap, and I think it's still I think it's actually a bear trap. Because I still think that we're going to rally from here. Everybody and their mom is talking about the bear flag, the bear pennant, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to break down out of this thing. We are below the 5 moving average. We really got rejected there. Tried to stay above the 200, which is now starting to curve flat. But man, oh man, I just don't know. I really don't know. I don't think that. I mean, actually, technically, we violated with rigor that bear flag today, bear pennant, whatever the hell. I mean, what's the difference? Jesus God. Give me
You
a
can see the
break.
difference right there.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. So let's start with the week, huh? Monday, we had the big rally. We had some momentum. We opened higher. All these beaten down stocks caught a major bid alongside big tech. We had reports that Trump's tariffs were going to be less severe than anticipated. Everybody's making sure that they're taking advantage of this. We had the S&P up a whopping 1.75%. NASDAQ was up 2.25%. The Russell 2000 up 2.5%. And even your grandpa's stinky old Dow Jones managed to pop some
Back
Cialis.
from the grave.
Yeah, back from the grave.
A fist comes out of the dirt.
Yeah, Thriller, Michael Jackson Thriller. And then today, I mean, well, just real fast, cut to today, we had the CoreWeave IPO. Let's see what CNBC had to say about it. These clowns. There's Jim Cramer. What's he going to say about it?
By their own admission. I ChatGPT the deep research.
We're talking about compute, talking about AI. Can we talk a little about CoreWeave?
My CoreWeave file.
Because I want to hear what Jim's got to say. This is a very important IPO coming up. As of now, supposed to be priced to start to trade on Friday. 47 to 55 is what I'm hearing. 583 million fully diluted shares here. You've got some large shareholders, Magnetar, for example.
Let the man talk.
As well. and a lot of questions, I think it's fair to say. We're gonna be talking about it in the next day or two. Certainly, it's an important test for the IPO market, and if it doesn't go well, we're going to be talking about that too. And at this
not a lot
point,
of people
guys,
happy about this.
I'm hearing a lot of stories, I say, on the negative side of the ledger when it comes to CoreWeave, whether it is the customer concentration with Microsoft, at least when you read the S1 representing as much as 62% of revenues, and questions about their contracts and when they run off and whether they'll be fully renewed. The debt load and the fact that really CapEx has to just stay so high because you have to buy the newest GPUs every year because our friends at NVIDIA keep putting the newest ones out. Well, what does that mean for the year previous that you just spent an awful lot of money on in terms of the depreciation? And again, back to CapEx being, 400% of sales, going down to 130% next year, but being so significantly high, that pace of innovation that they have to keep up with, what that means for depreciation.
All right, let's cut out of this. You know, it's interesting seeing everybody kind of starting to collectively go, whoa, are we overspending on all this shit all the time?
Just so late.
And the CoreWeave, what were you doing, man? What were you waiting for? Why didn't you IPO last year, clowns? You know what their origin story is?
Give it to me.
Ethereum. They were like an Ethereum. They were just another one of these like dog shit crypto names. And then they pivoted when Ethereum and everything started stalling out in like 2018 or 2019. Then they pivoted to doing data centers. Good for them. Smart. Not so smart. IPOing so late.
I mean,
it was just kind of
all I had to know was that they were from Ethereum.
It was a locked out kind of IPO. I think they closed at like exactly 40, which I think was the IPO price. But anyway, Tuesday, things started to stall out, much like a Nikola truck approaching a slight uphill grade. Just not to thank you very much, sir. Everything started, consumer. Oh boy, that consumer. The one guy out there that they ask, hey, how confident you feeling today?
I was still absolutely tanking.
I feel like shit. I feel like I pooped myself.
I feel bad all the time.
I feel bad all the time. I feel drowsy. I feel tired. I feel upset. I represent the consumer in this case. Although I will say,
hey, I understand why they don't feel so good. Things do not feel so good.
I did go to Erewhon, the famously.
Oh, that's a good place to check consumer sentiment.
It was packed Tuesday night, but it's also Los Angeles. There were a lot of Asian tourists.
Oh, I'm
there.
joking. That's the worst place to check consumer sentiment.
Sure.
That fully only tracks a very specific.
Yeah.
Everyone in there
sucks.
Is going. My consumer sentiment is at an all-time high. I'm about to buy
these $20 strawberries.
I'm about to buy a $70 jar of almonds.
I did buy the $20 strawberries because I was high and I was hungry and I was curious. What's all the hype about? And let me tell you, folks, they're pretty good.
If you guys want to save the economy, you need to start doing that survey in Erewhon. Go to Erewhon, ask people what their sentiment is like.
Yeah.
And then you get to start being like, we've never seen sentiment so high.
Yeah.
People are going, me holding a tray of $30 smoothies.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Their hot bar is delicious. You know where it wouldn't be good is that Family Dollar. Or I think Dollar Tree just sold off Family Dollar to private equity for like $1 billion.
There's something about that mac and cheese they got in that hot bar that
at Erewhon.
Yeah, that you don't like it.
I'm not. I can't. I can't have cheese. It makes me farty.
Oh, it's like it's so thick, but I eat too much of it. It just feels like I swallowed concrete. It's unbelievable. I love
it's
that
so
stuff.
thick, and you eat too much of it. There's a joke in there somewhere, folks, and I'm not going to fish it out. GameStop then had I did score on GameStop. I'm proud of myself. Got to give myself a pat on the back. I sold some calls after earnings that I had bought the previous day. And they said that what everybody knew that they were going to do. And again, they waited so effing long to do this.
Yeah, you were saying you were calling for this for a while.
Jesus, God, Ryan Cohen, what are you doing, man? Quit tweeting stupid shit and get your act together and take advantage. Strike while the iron is hot, sir. They popped after hours because they said, "Oh, we're finally going to use our money for Bitcoin," but then they crapped the bed when they announced that they're going to sell a bunch of shares to fund some of those purchases.
Everyone's crapping the bed.
Everybody's crapping the bed. This bed is full of crap. Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God, there's crap in the bed. Not again. Oh, God. And you know how much I hate crap. especially in the bed.
I was gonna say, is there a worse place for crap?
Yeah, and like that guy in my neighborhood who's, I swear to God, I'm going to find this guy. There's a guy in my neighborhood who won't pick up after. It could be a woman, but it seems like a guy vibe because it's a big dog, and they're not picking up after this thing.
Yeah, but some women do love having a big, unruly dog that they refuse.
Oh,
to
women!
train.
Yeah, women famously love to have like pit bulls and stuff. He's friendly.
Yeah, getting dragged down the sidewalk.
There's a woman in my neighborhood who's got a Newfoundland, great dog, but it's a lot of dog for. It's literally twice
a lot
your
of
size.
dog. Yeah.
Anyway, then we had Wednesday. Things started going a little sideways. The brain geniuses at TD Cowen, the analysts were saying that. I mean, it's not surprising anymore. They were talking about AI investments, Microsoft's AI investments, in the sustainability of the industry's, growth rates, and how they're not going to be. Remember the rumor from a couple weeks ago about the data centers?
Yes.
Turns out it was true.
Yeah.
Turns out it was true. And they said, yeah, we're not going to be doing this shit anymore. So don't know what's going to go on there. And then Trump, of course, had the new tariffs on the automobile industry. And then he did it's really funny. Citrini posted this out. Huge shout out to Citrini on Twitter. That everything that they've been telling us about China in terms of their government being overreaching and authoritarian and getting in the way of free enterprise is what America's doing now, particularly the administration, because they went in and I guess they threatened these. They've got the new import taxes of 25% on cars and car parts coming to the United States, and I guess he went in and threatened the automakers and said, "You better not raise prices. You just got to suck it up and take it." And I don't know if people are going to do that, man. I don't know if these car companies are actually going to listen to that. It's all just a mess, man. That's the thing. It's just a mess. Nobody knows how to.
Yeah, and it's been months of this.
Yes,
and people are starting to break.
It's like,
what are we looking at now? What is it? It's like April 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. I can't remember.
April 2nd, Liberation
2nd.
Day is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a good amount of people who don't even believe it's actually going to happen.
Well, that's the thing. Is he might be over-promising and then will end up under-delivering so that he can say that we made a great deal. And that's something to take into consideration. It's something that a lot of people are hoping to happen. But onshoring something as massive as automobile manufacturing would take a decade.
Yeah.
And would be so capital intensive. These companies would be lucky to survive.
You know who it will be good for?
Elon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Elon and Rivian.
Although it's a little bit confusing with their supply chain. I do think there's a good amount of parts that are made in China.
He'll get his back scratched.
I'm sure he will, yeah.
He'll get his sweet little hide scratched.
Yeah.
I'd scratch his back. Yeah, let's look at this number. The U.S. imported roughly 8 million cars last year, accounting for about $240 billion in trade and roughly half of overall sales. Mexico is also the top supplier of cars to the United States, with U.S. car companies having operations there and in Canada. And, we've mentioned it on the show before, and we talked about it previously, but who is buying all these cars? They imported 8 million cars last year. Who is buying these cars? Who's out there buying these cars? What are they doing with the old cars? It's a conspiracy, man. I'm telling you. There's no way that we can just keep making 8 million cars every year.
We were off.
How many new cars are there, brother? Every year?
Well, no. In 2023, there were approximately 233 million licensed drivers.
230 million?
It's about 80 million more than we guessed.
Damn, man. That's a lot of licensed drivers out there.
I guess that makes sense. There's really only one city where you cannot have a car. Pretty much everywhere else you live in the country.
That's true. That's true. But man, oh man, I just don't understand how the auto industry is as big and substantial as it is. I would think that it's like like appliances. You buy one and you hang on to it for 20 damn years. These people, they make them. That's probably just how they're getting us. They're just making them cheaper and crappier than ever before.
I think the numbers kind of add up to me.
Yeah.
When you look at those numbers, you're basically talking. On average, you're talking about people getting a new car every 10 years. That's what I'm, or even longer.
But even then, it's not like the old car just disappears or it gets crushed into a cube. It gets sold on the secondary market. So I don't understand. It can't just be like rich people out there just buying these cars every damn year. But I guess you're right. It's kind of, you could make the same argument about, I don't know, laptops and stuff. Although that's a little different because they're cheaper and they do break down. This thing sucks. This is one of these M3 ones. And they're like, it's going to be so fast. It's not fast. It's slow.
You
trying to watch something.
You do something weird on your computer.
I don't do anything weird. I have 50 tabs open. It should be able to handle that.
Every time you get a new computer, you're like, nah, it doesn't work.
What, it doesn't like this? It doesn't like when I do this?
Every time I get a new computer, I'm like, wow, it's so fast. Look at that.
Because you're not doing cool stuff on there. I do cool stuff on mine.
What do you
I don't know. Watching videos.
I'll have Discord running, all kinds of D&D online things running in different tabs, and it does while having like video feeds from my friends and everything going, and there's absolutely nothing
That's crazy
wrong.
to me. Yeah, mine is constantly going, you need to slow down, sir.
With
please.
multiple monitors, I was literally doing it last night.
Yeah.
But then every time I see you, you're like, mine's just a spinning wheel of death.
Yeah, you know what's because
you're downloading weird videos.
I'm not downloading weird videos. No, I'm not.
You're downloading weird videos from weird sites.
I'm not downloading anything weird. Don't say that. Don't put that out there. But it's constantly asking me to update Chrome. I'm sick of doing it. Finish it. Stop fixing it. Let it be. Because every time you put out a new thing, it slows mine down. I'm going to come to your office.
And you get this big one. You always get that. You go, give me the big one.
I want the big one.
You walk into the Apple store and you go, can I get the big one?
Give me the big one. Give me the big fat hog. Anyway, let's see. So Trump said that these tariffs on cars are going to be permanent. So that's great. And the only clear way for automakers to avoid them is to build their car in the United States. Well, good luck to them.
Michigan, turn the factories back on.
Yeah.
U.S. cars are being made here again, baby.
Mr. Ford, turn.
If I'm not mistaken, I mean a good amount of them are assembled here.
Mm.
It's just we've got this weird, wonky supply chain where
Willy wonky.
this willy wonky supply chain where everything is crisscrossing.
Crisscross applesauce.
Mexico, Canada, U.S.
Mm-hmm.
By the time the car is assembled, it's a motley crew of foreign parts.
And what a joke that it's cheaper to do this than to just put it in a factory and let some guy tighten some bolts in Detroit.
Yeah.
But we had to have our precious Reaganomics in the pursuit of ever growing margins and profits. That's how we got to this point, guys. It was your pursuit of never ending profits, man. That's why everybody left America. And now you want to deregulate everything? Well, that's what you get when you deregulate everything. You make it so that companies can do this nonsense, and then we end up our economy just ends up being OnlyFans. This guy knows he's spending thousands of dollars a month.
That's why his computer's so slow.
No, it's not.
He's downloading weird videos.
No, it's not. I'm not downloading anything weird. All right. God.
I can see his computer now, and it's got a spinning.
No, it's got nothing.
Spinning wheel.
Nothing is spinning on here.
Spinning rainbow
Let's
wheel.
change the subject, shall we? Thursday. Markets struggle to reclaim the 200-day moving average. Everybody's waiting with bated breath. They're like a fish. They're so baited. They got that breath baited. Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
It took me a second, but they are like fish in that way.
Yeah, they're so baited. Let's look at the FinViz heat map, man. Let's look at that heat map from FinViz. We can pull that up, surely.
Live broadcasting.
Live broadcast.
Folks. That's
Anything can
live
happen.
Folks.
I mean, the VIX is making its way up. I miss when the only VIX that I knew was the damn Vapo rub. Am I right? Life was easier back then.
He's back, folks.
Mom rubbed it on my chest. I fell right to sleep.
That's the only VIX he was worried about.
That's the only VIX I'm worried about. And I'm worried about this crap.
Didn't VIX come out and say it was all BS?
They better not, because I believe in that. I believe in that.
Anything?
Even if they told me that, I wouldn't believe them. I'd be like, no, it works. Stop saying that.
It's probably like chapstick, where it doesn't unchap your lips, but it does feel good, doesn't it?
Chapstick feels so good.
Ooh.
Especially when you kiss someone who's got that stuff on. Look at this, man. See, you get to kiss your wife. I don't have anybody. I got a dog, everybody. You out there and you got your portfolio is redder than this heat map? Count your blessings if you got a wife to kiss and she's wearing chapstick. Because I don't have one.
All Ben has is his dog to kiss and his weird videos he downloads.
And all I've got at the end of the day is my weird videos and my dog. But you know what? It makes me happy. So
he's happy.
Why don't you
likes
stop
it.
criticizing me? Look at your own life. Why don't you do that? Okay. Anyway, we had more red flags coming from the market this week, didn't we? Because Lululemon, turns out people are their holiday quarter results raised further red flags about the consumer. Boy, this consumer just won't stop giving everybody grief. The athletic apparel company's earnings per share and revenue both tanked, but it's guided. Oh wait, I can't even see that. Oh.
I'll tell you who's probably propping up that Lululemon market the best they can.
Yoga girlies?
That Erewhon. Get in Erewhon.
But Lululemon is so
that
cooked.
Customer base is putting the market on their back right now.
Because there are so many different competitors. You got Gymshark. You got the other one.
Aloe.
Aloe.
The girlies are going crazy for Aloe.
What's that other?
Or maybe they were in like 2018. I'm not keeping up with any of this.
Yeah, I don't keep up with that because I don't look because I'm a gentleman.
He's looking at his videos.
Yeah, I'm looking at my videos. I'm thinking about my future wife and the prospects and meeting her in a serendipitous way. And then noticing only her brand of
and you're
pants.
you're at the sporting goods store with like a Lululemon pants and you're going, I heard people aren't really and they've moved on to new companies.
I heard that, remember Lululemon Gate where it was like you could see people's underwear through the thing?
Yeah, but then the guy said it was just because people were fat.
Yeah.
Which was
good memory.
Yeah.
The CFO said that they're expecting revenues to drop a bit this year, and they're blaming foreign exchange rates. Oh, sure, blame the foreigners. U.S. tariffs on China and Mexico. I mean, really classic stuff. Just foreigners are I bought a put spread.
That's
today.
kind of a good that's kind of a safe bet these days.
Yeah, blaming foreigners.
Look,
I should blame foreigners for my pitfalls this week.
You should.
The first non-white person, I'm gonna say
you did this to me,
but I'm gonna say it with a smile, so they're confused. It's your fault, and they're gonna go what? And I'm gonna go my portfolio, but. And then they're going to say, cute dog. And I'm going to go, I know. I kiss him every day. But, man, oh, man. So, anyway, as I was saying.
As you were saying.
I bought some put spreads on Booking.com. And when they report their earnings, I'm going to go Booking.yeah when it drops. Because people aren't tracked. Because here's my genius thesis.
Booking.com case?
Very good. You guys hear about this German? No, we can't talk about it here. It's really perplexing why they would call it this, but you'll just Google it for yourself. People aren't going to be traveling as much. Not only are they afraid of airplanes now, everybody's
Do you think that's
everybody's
true?
on caveman mode. They're afraid to fly. The freaking plane might crash or catch on fire.
It is unfortunate that we are people who get on planes quite a bit.
Oh yeah, we get on, but then we get off.
We're going to take 4 planes next month.
Yeah, 4 of them.
4 flights.
4 flights. They're not going to crash, though.
I
Nothing's
really
going to
hope
happen.
not.
And if they do, it'd be very funny.
No, it really would.
It'd be a funny outcome. Admit it. There would be.
Admit
it. I want you to admit it
because you don't have you don't have much to lose. I feel like I have a lot to lose.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have very much to lose.
So.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's right, folks. I don't have anything to lose. So might as well happen to me.
But it wouldn't be funny.
Couldn't happen to a more deserving person,
right.
actually. Me dying on a plane crash.
But if they found out I was aboard,
there'd be parades in the street.
No,
grief parades.
Our favorite guy.
Yeah, our favorite guy. But there's not only that, but I saw a statistic. Airbnb Airbnb bookings are dropping precipitously. A bunch of Canadians are going, no thanks.
I mean,
and they're not traveling here, and they're booking. So people are starting to tighten their belts, and one of the first things they're going to tighten is superfluous travel, vacations.
That's very real.
Yeah.
The tour. A lot of people don't think of America as a tourism destination, but we have a huge tourism business.
Massive.
And yes, it's becoming less and less attractive to the foreign traveler.
I thought that American travel accounted for a lot more of bookings revenues. It's only like 10%. But that's enough to drop that stock, baby.
Just their American travel.
Yeah. The rest is it's followed by the UK, Germany, and some other forgettable European nation. I mean, until they pay their dues, I don't care about you guys. But yeah, I think that bookings valued at like $150 billion. I think that they're due. So I bought the 4,400 put and I sold against it the 4,000 strike put, and I paid like $60 for it. So why don't you do that math? All right,
do the math right now. Do it really quickly. Especially
that means that one cost me $6,000, and I bought two of them. I bought like $12,000. Anyway, you see Rivian, man.
I see him. I see him all the time here in LA. I see Rivian everywhere I go.
I bought a ton of call options in that, and I think I'm obviously not the only one doing this. And will they be able to reach their previous high of over $100 billion valuation? I think so. People are starting to, Righteous Gemstones, was just watching that on HBO.
I know you're a big fan.
They had the entire, they're supposed to be top end, super wealthy tastemaker people in the church or whatever. Their entire entourage in the show, they've got them driving Rivians.
Interesting.
I think that's that's one of
that's
those.
kind of the thing with Rivian. They're in my mind, the market they're trying to capture is Subaru drivers, kind of.
Subies, yeah.
And
granola doors.
They're just so expensive.
Yeah, they're prohibitively
very expensive.
But now they got these.
They got the smaller ones
scooter.
they're making, which might make.
No, they're making a scooter.
They're making a scooter?
Micromobility.
Well, I know they're making that smaller SUV as well, which
that little
should
gremlin
be more,
looking thing,
which should be more affordable.
That thing is mean looking.
I would get one of those.
I would get one of those things,
unless it's it's probably going to be more expensive.
You know what I would do with it? I'd crash it into the first Tesla I see. I'd crash it right into it. Get off the road.
But they've even got that Rivian Adventure Network. You know about their?
No, what's that?
It's their. They basically tried to build the charging network around outdoor adventure areas, so national parks,
gun range.
I don't think gun ranges, but
okay,
like big state parks where there's famous climbing stuff. So they're really trying to target that type of person who's like, I want to go out into the wild, but I want to be able to charge my car.
Right. Interesting.
But I'm sure they're like, you know what? I'm going to stick with my 2018 Subaru Impreza.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna...
I mean, that's not bad. But those Rivians, man, those are sexy. The only thing that make them sexier.
They're extremely sexy.
Can you imagine one with huge boobs? Just right on the front of that thing?
Yeah, that does make it a little sexier.
That'd make it way sexier. And slap a butt on it. Why not? I'm single. I'll look.
I think you guys are getting a brief glimpse into some.
Am I lonely?
Some of the videos he's been watching.
I don't know. It's Friday night. Do I have plans tonight? Actually, yes. Yeah, it's a birthday party. I was invited. What do you think about that? Suddenly my life has value, doesn't it? And if I were to die in a plane crash, it would be sad.
No, I think
it would still be less sad than yours, but it would be sad nonetheless.
People would go like, "Oh, that means Ben can't come." Great.
Yeah, that's probably what it would mean. I'm sure a lot of my friends would be relieved. Anyway, I'm also ticked off because, man, I missed this one too. AppLovin, the company.
Your favorite? You love AppLovin.
God, I hate AppLovin. I just hate that name. It's so stupid. AppLovin. Let's see on the Stocktwits why it's trending feature, which is so handy in just this kind of situation. It was trending because Muddy Waters put out a short report alleging.
Not to be confused with the. Blues musician.
Dude, I was going to make that joke. And you know what I thought? It's too stupid to make. So thank you.
It's not. It's not too stupid to make because it's like, why did they call it Muddy Waters?
I know. You're right. Because they weren't thinking about it. Because Muddy Waters died in what, 1930?
No, way later than
before
that.
Before they racially integrated baseball?
I don't think so.
Anyway.
He died in 1983.
That's, wow. So maybe they did it when... no, it hasn't been around that long. Anyway, they're alleging scammy practices and data misuse, sparking intense debate. While some analysts counter the report, others highlight potential legal and reputational risks. The broader market context shows a sector-wide correction impacting momentum stocks, and this event further fuels concerns over the sustainability of AppLovin's growth. Yeah.
Won't someone think of the sustainability of AppLovin's growth?
For the love of God, someone think of the sustainability of AppLovin's growth. They just added it. Didn't they add it to the S&P? I think they did. Anyway. Well, they, it involves children too. I was reading a little bit about it that they're like violating, they're violating the terms and conditions of their own terms and conditions, something like that. Oh, Babu. SBF was also in the news. He had to get transferred to Oklahoma for his Tucker Carlson interview.
Which is insane. I don't understand. Like,
Yeah, what? Jesus, man. FTX founder SBF shipped to Oklahoma via Con Air after unauthorized jailhouse interview. Oh, man, he's going to get a pardon. I hope he gets a pardon, though.
He's going to be the crypto czar.
We need him back.
Do we want to check out this?
Yeah, we have some footage from that flight. Yeah, I think he's going to be showing up here. Let's see.
Penitentiary. These guys are the worst of the worst.
See a lot of celebrities among us. I see 11 primetime lives, 3 Regents, and
John
Happy Leagues, and a genuine 2020 interviewee.
What you looking at, punk?
Nothing, I was just
There you are.
admiring your cage.
But one wrong flight.
Stewardess,
wrong
what's the
flight
in-flight movie today?
can ruin your whole day.
What happened? We caught the plane, man!
This is a great trailer. All right, let's.
This movie had a chokehold. What year was this? 97?
97, man.
Boys in
Oh.
97 obsessed with Con Air.
What weren't boys obsessed with back then?
In 1997?
I was obsessed with that. I was obsessed with the Twin Towers too, but we all know how that turned out.
Yeah.
I really
just
was.
goes to show you, don't get too close to anything.
Yeah, especially buildings.
Because one day they're here, the next day they're gone.
What a week. What a week. God, I wish I smoked cigarettes. You know how hard a cigarette would hit?
Oh, just
After
like
today?
Yes.
You know how hard that would hit? I'd just be that guy outside going,
You know how hard it would hit if we were just smoking the entire time?
oh,
doing
God,
this?
yeah. I mean,
just-
Jesus. That'd be fantastic.
That's
so,
another thing. We were talking about like AI and everything. No one wanting to work anymore.
Yeah.
Zen. You guys you get your cheap little. You don't have to
Yeah.
deal with the.
You used to have to work for a cigarette.
Honestly,
You had to step outside.
some schmo might be like, "Hey, put that thing out."
Yeah.
Everything's so easy. You pop it in. You pop it in school.
Yeah. Yeah. Preach, brother. Everything's too easy. You guys are getting soft on us.
If we wanted to smoke, we'd have to sneak out and leave a little pen in the door.
Yeah. We wanted to smoke pot. We had to go drive to some weird little dark spot of the neighborhood and smoke in our car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you can still do that.
You guys don't have to work for anything.
Yeah. Man, oh, man. You know the kids these days. They don't, pal, don't get me started.
No, honestly, don't even get me started on
Don't
kids
get me
these days.
started.
You don't even know about Con Air.
Yeah, kids back, the kids just can't.
Was John Cusack in Con Air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody calls him Cusack. That was weird.
What
It's
did I say?
Cusack.
John Cusack.
Sorry about him. He's a pervert. God. Disgusting. I didn't even know, though, that speaking of perverts, Trevor Milton, noted pervert, he wanted to put big boobs on that Nikola truck, but they told him no for the aerodynamics. Turns out it's not very good. Yeah, what's with this? Yeah, well, the Postal Service was after him, apparently. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that. Look, here's a mail carrier. Boy, I'd like to sign up to be a female carrier. Am I right?
What does that look like?
I don't know. You're just carrying around girls. It's like Uber, but for girls that want a piggyback ride. Check this guy out.
And Inspector Kayla Dobbins joined the investigation at the request of the U.S. Attorney.
Dude, can we pause it?
Postal inspectors...
I want to say to this guy, hey, man, relax.
Honestly,
Relax.
he looks like he's
Loosen
gonna
up a little bit.
blow a fucking gasket.
We were investigating Trevor Milton. Just calm down, man. I know you got that.
Holy
I know you got that
hell.
mailman rage in you, but just release it, dude.
He's about to go postal.
Yeah.
focused on Nikola's investment strategy, reviewing Nikola's marketplace communications prior to and throughout the period when the firm went public. It showed that Milton repeatedly lied to investors, not just on social media, but on television, podcasts, and in print as well. Milton continued his misleading strategy.
They used a smartwatch for podcasts? Not only on television, but on...
Milton continued podcast.
Classic stuff, yeah.
You guys are listening to your favorite podcast on your
Yeah.
watch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Trevor Milton, boy, that Nikola sounds great. They're putting boobs on these things? That's got to be bad for aerodynamics, but sure, I'll buy it. Man. Yeah. So even the mail was going after Trevor Milton. Even the mail, I bet that guy's pissed finding out
It's
this
also
news.
just the most made by a
yeah.
government officer presentation.
Yeah,
ever.
I love the wipes in between things with the lights and stuff. Not only did Trevor Milton defraud, we went through his mail and we found out that he's also a grosso pervert.
You know what it is, dude? They already used the phone for
Yeah.
For, like,
The
videos
guy's
or
like,
whatever.
crap, we gotta use the phone for podcasts. Use a microphone, man.
How else could we show podcasts? Apple Watch.
Apple Watch? People do that. My mother-in-law watches podcasts on there. I bet someone's mother-in-law does watch podcasts on her damn Apple Watch because she can't figure out how to turn it off. She accidentally turned it on, swiping the buttons, and now it's stuck on
It's
there.
just a podcast
Yeah,
machine
she's
now.
playing all the time. And she goes to the grocery store. I'm sorry, I don't know how to turn it off. Anyway, President Trump had this to say. He said, I don't know him, but he was exonerated, and what happened to him was very unfair. Lots of unfair things happen to people out there. He was a very early supporter of Trump. Oh. He did nothing wrong. He's a good person. I had some fantastic recommendations about him. Oh.
I'd
so
like to see
that's
those
what's going on.
recommendations.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I see.
I wrote a recommendation.
Yeah.
Look, I was on my smartphone and I heard him say my smartwatch and I heard him say some very nice
He
things.
was going to put big, beautiful breasts on that truck. And then on February 19th, they declared bankruptcy. Did they even bounce today? Let me see. NKLAQ, baby. They bounced. Oh, boy, to the 124% the stock is up today. That sucks. I don't like that. I think that boy, do I wish I had a cigarette again. God, I wish I had a cigarette. Oh, I look like a I don't know. I look like a middle-aged woman right now.
I'd go.
I look like a
I see
PE
that.
coach.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, do a lap. All right, everybody. Everybody in the market, take a lap. And then, of course, we had today. Inflation picked up. Spending is weaker than forecast. So things aren't good, folks. Everybody, don't panic. But things aren't looking good.
Don't panic yet.
Don't panic yet. I'll panic for you.
Yeah.
I'll panic for you. I'll absorb the collective energy like only I can. See, because I have a strong will and a strong resolution like nobody else. And I can take it. Will my head explode? Probably.
I'm
be
having
cool
a hard time keeping up, I will say.
with all this crap going on.
Just all across the board, it seems like in the past few months, before that, when people were like, "Oh, did you see?" I'd go, "Yeah, I saw it." And then they go, "Did you see that?" I go, "Wow, no, I missed that one." I was looking at all the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we barely missed Trevor Milton going pardon mode.
I can't keep up.
I can't keep up. Rick Santelli was reporting the PCE numbers. Let's play that clip of him. I love this guy.
Action, Rick Santelli. Hey, Rick.
Yes. Now, these are University of Michigan, Carl. These are the final numbers for March. We had the mid-month numbers, and there has been some movement. We've gone from 57.9 to 57.0 on the headline. That remains the weakest confidence headline number since Nova of 22.
You can say November.
At the current conditions,
It's
it moved
longer.
from 63.5 up to 63.8. Still remains the weakest since
Pause it real
September
fast.
24.
Rick, any word on your neck and where it's gone? No? Okay, let's keep going.
Now, if we look at expectations,
I like this guy. I don't know why I said that. That was mean.
54.2 to 52.6. That would be the weakest going back to, July of 22. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The last look on inflation really ramped up. The 1 year hit 4.9. It moved up again to 5%. 5%. That equals where it was in November 22. You have to go to July 22 to find a higher rate of inflation. Finally, 5 to 10-year inflation. Our last look, it jumped up to 3.9. It jumped again to 4.1. Equals where we were, get this, in Feb of 93.
Wow!
To find a higher number, you're in August of 92. Now, these numbers are squishy inflation numbers. They're based on surveys, and the market really isn't moving much on interest rates yet. Remember that these numbers were somewhat expected based on the mid-month read, but definitely something to pay very close attention to. Remember, 10 years closed at 4.25 last week, so they're still at 429, up 4 basis points, but they're down 7 on the day. David, back to you.
You know, try as I might, God Almighty, are bonds the most boring thing on earth? You're talking about a couple basis points. Man, that crap is boring. Bonds are boring.
Why couldn't that guy just, read the thing first, synthesize it a little bit, and then just talk to the camera? I mean, just truly holding stapled pieces of paper together.
Because he's old school, man. Don't talk trash about Rick Santelli. He's been doing this since we were sucking on mama's teat. Or you were. I wasn't. Apparently, I wasn't a breastfeeder. Okay. I don't know why that's funny to anybody, but all right. And then well, folks, we're wrapping it. We're almost at the close here, but Stocktwits is hosting the Ion Q CEO. Great timing on his part. I'm sure it's real tough. Nikola De Masi on Thursday. Do I have a question for him? Yeah, can you just explain exactly how the company plans to make money? Not as any kind of dig. I'm genuinely curious. Like, you got Colonel NVIDIA there, Jensen Huang, talking about how quantum is still 10 to 15 years away, and yet you are a publicly traded quantum company. How are we supposed to square that circle there, sir? I want to know. Also, we're giving away 2 general admission tickets to the Hashtag Awards to people in the chat today. So
I think we're doing a little bit of trivia here.
Oh, we are? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to do a little trivia to get the
to give away the tickets?
Yes.
Well, you got to be able to get yourself to New York. You got to get your happy butt to New York.
Right. Don't do it if you can't go.
Yeah, don't do it if you can't go.
It'll be useless.
It'll be useless.
Unless if you want to fly, well, you could do it if you from anywhere in the world, but just make sure you're going to fly to New York for.
Yeah, and if you fly to New York, make sure your arms don't get too tired. Make sure you stretch. God, I hate myself. Jeez.
I wonder what the best way. I wonder if the best way to do this is to have the Stocktwits account maybe put the drop the question.
Yeah, how's this gonna work?
Maybe they'll drop the question in the chat, and whoever responds first with the correct answer will get the tickets.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I like that. So, chat. What I would do now is get your little.
There's a link.
I would get your little fingers ready to answer the most important question of your lives, and correctly.
What's 2 + 2?
Nope, that's not the question.
No?
It's going to come from Stocktwits. It's going to come from. It's going to come from Stocktwits. The Stocktwits account, and I'm rooting for certain people in the chat, and I won't say who it is because I don't want to. Oh, here we go. We have our question. It dropped. How many companies are currently have a market capitalization of over $1 trillion?
Wow. There you have it, folks. How many companies are currently? I'm trying to do Regis Philbin. How many companies are currently have a market capitalization of over $1 trillion?
Do you know the answer?
Nope.
No, Ben doesn't.
I'm gonna guess.
Wow.
It's 12.
Okay, so the answer was 7.
Wow.
We had a lot of quick fingers, but not.
Looks like it was Kobe Etzweiler.
Yeah, I'm going to call it for Kobe Etzweiler. Oh, my God.
Be real.
And right under him was River Strub and Jay Leamer. They all were coming in, but it looks like.
River Strub. That's not a real name.
It looks like Kobe Etzweiler nailed it.
And then the second question is, what is the top performing stock of the S&P 500 so far this year? I don't even know that answer. I know everything.
Well, let's see.
Should we drop that in the thing also? What is the top performing stock of the S&P 500 so far this year?
What is the top performing stock of the S&P 500 so far this year? Let's see.
What is? Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's also in the chat.
There it is.
Oh,
there it
we've
is.
We've got some answers coming in. We've got Apple. Someone said Bonkcoin. I'm not sure if that's going to be included.
No.
NVIDIA.
Nope. What do we got?
Ooh, we got Stocktwits saying no.
Abercrombie, Ben and Emil Coin.
I wish.
B&E, Microsoft,
CVS. Someone hit it. Harsh Panday.
Harsh Panday.
We'll see you in New York, pal.
Yeah.
You're going to New York.
Over 50% year to date. Wow.
So
That is
our two
wild.
lucky winners. It was
Shlomo
it was
Sanford and
Kobe Etzweiler,
Kobe Bryant, and Shaquille O'Neal.
Kobe Etzweiler, and
Kobe
then
Bryant.
we had Harsh Pende.
Kobe Bryant back from the dead to claim his 2 tickets to the Cash Tag Awards.
Yeah, and if you want to go, Kobe Bryant will be there back from the dead.
Kobe Bryant will be there. We hired a witch, and we're summoning him from the spiritual realm. He's going to be back. He's going to be signing autographs. It's going to be great.
We're going to set up a little basketball hoop so he can do dunks.
Yeah, but then we will have to banish him back to the spirit realm. Otherwise,
At midnight.
yeah. Otherwise, unforeseen horrors could befall this dimension. And we definitely don't want to do that. We definitely don't want that to happen. And yeah, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
That'll be really fun. I'm excited to see Kobe.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Kobe Bryant. We also, I mean, maybe we'll just save it for next week. But Vlad Tenev, friend of the show, huge friend. He keeps calling us, trying to come back on.
And we're like, Vlad,
we're too busy.
Chill.
You can also vote for the Cash Tag Awards, and you go ahead and do that because without you, nobody votes.
That's
that right, pal?
That's the tagline.
Yeah, Stocktwits.
Without you,
nobody votes. That should be the campaign for the Democrats. Without you, nobody votes. Wow, there's us, Shy, Howard, Cash Tag of the Year, Best Trader of the Year, me.
Ben's gonna win.
Community Member of the
Ben's
Year,
gonna
me.
win.
I'm gonna be me. It's gonna be me. Financial Content Creator
Ben's
of the Year,
gonna win.
me. And vote now for me. Stocktwits.com/awards.
Stocktwits.
Stocktwits. God, Twix sounds so good right now, doesn't it? Can you imagine one of those things?
Stocktwits.
What's your favorite candy, guys? Let us know. Yeah, Vlad, dude. Did you see?
We also do need to say that it's in the chat, but 30% off tickets for the Bays family. If you are one of those guys and you're in New York and you're trying to come to the thing, use the code they dropped in here, Bays30 at checkout, and you get a little disco.
That's exactly right. Okay, folks.
Oh my God, open
What?
bar.
Open bar.
What?
Well, yeah, I would assume. I
Hell
don't want
yeah.
them to close it. Why would they close it?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I hope Doug howls. Siren's going off. Anyway, wrapping it up. Oh boy, I don't really care about this stuff. Vlad Tenev, it was a really cool presentation they did for Robinhood. They're getting into banking and they are doing I'm getting ready for my weekend for sure with Vlad participating. in the
I
meme.
love every social media person at every company having to do this tweet.
Yeah, the Saratoga water and the bananas.
Vlad, I did the banana ice water tweet for you.
Okay, great. Good job. But they announced cash on demand delivery. So if you need cash, some guy will come deliver it to you, I guess, and he won't steal any and he won't get robbed. For sure, he won't get robbed. Will he carry a gun? We don't know yet. We'll see. I hope that they do. I hope that they carry at least pepper spray. But all that's to say, they had some really cool AI features too on their shit. It's Robinhood strategies. It's like Cortex, I think it's called, but anyway, what do you guys think? Yeah, what do you guys think out there? Let us know.
Let us know. Let us know.
And I
If you think anything, whatever you think, just let us know.
So that's about it. Hopefully next week is a better week for me personally. I need it. I really need it, but I don't. I'm kidding. I'm fine. Anywhoomst, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in,
We really do love you.
and we'll see you next week.